Figured that when that comes off, we'll pull it around there with the truck.
Oh, okay.
If anybody's gonna hop on here, I figure we'd go live for a minute.
18 is what I'm gonna try to my Linus truck.
Oh wow.
Well, what? Got a lot.
It's a lot for welding.
Oh, it's not. Wait till I put that video out. You'll understand.
It was bad.
Dude, it was fucking crazy. This is a prime example of dirty weld versus clean weld. Yeah, big difference.
So you gonna have a good video on it?
Yeah.
Oh. What's up, everybody? Wait for some people to get on here. What's up, man? We have got the car at the shop tonight. So me and Mike are about to put the, what's up, Adam? We're about to put the torque converter in tonight. So I figured I'd hop on here for a second. If anybody had any questions? What's everybody doing? It's hot as crap here.
I'm gonna go wash my hands. They're dirty.
Mike drug the comment to the shop on an equipment trailer, pretty much. It was so redneck.
It was not.
How do you see like the comments?
30, 18, 30, 30.
It's the same as a pop up.
Yeah, I don't know.
So about to put the
right there.
torque converter in. No sun drop. I have Coke this afternoon. Dude, I can't get this thing open.
You know what you're doing?
No.
You gotta pull the tab. Okay, never mind. Operator error.
So we have the car on the trailer. She's about to get that torque converter. Mike drug it here this afternoon. She's out front. We're gonna eat and get this thing inside. So it's so hot. What's up, Doug? Yeah, Doug knows the deal. It's so hot that I officially today said I'm done with customer work. Cavities. Hey, we're still adding more cavities, Eric.
Same.
16 cavities total I had filled. Not all at once.
And still adding more.
Yeah, still adding more. Where are y'all up to? Mike, working on the Loom's money truck today. Well, are you going for the car? Everybody says that car should come out mid fives. That car is not going fours. Randy's car was going 420s on a good day, I think. And when he rebuilt everything, he did it so that... Oh, man, it's 6 o'clock here. Randy redid everything so they could go 420s all the time safely. And hope to maybe one day see a 399. My car is not... I don't know, maybe it will. It's not, I don't see it going fours. I think it would need more chassis before it did that. And more motor. Upgraded rods. But we about to put a torque converter in her. Oh, it's 519 there. So you're like an hour behind us. So Mike did a Loom's money truck today. It's out front. We'll go out front here in a minute. And somebody tried to steal the catalytic converter off of it. So they brought us the money truck so that Mike could weld up where they were cutting it off. Or somebody tried to cut it off. Oh, I got you. Yeah, we're in good old Wilmington, North Carolina, right on the coast. Too hot, so I quit today. Made the post on Facebook. Some of y'all are not on my Facebook. Yeah, I'm closing my doors to the public. 3:30 in Arizona. I'm closing doors to the public for customer work. But we're still doing all the videos like normal. Nothing will change on that. I'm just sick of doing customer work. I own enough businesses, a couple. We own the dealership. We have an eBay store that we need to really get up and going. I have YouTube I want to focus on. When this car gets together, I want to be able to up and roll and stay gone racing whenever I want, not have to deal with customers. So between the heat and how much paint costs now, and I did jobs in a booth right now that is taking twice as much clear because of the heat. So basically, if you don't load your clear coat on, then it won't flow out. And that clear coat, customer clear coat, the cheapest I got is like $180 a gallon. Let me finish doing this and we're gonna walk out there and undo that car. Haven't took a break all afternoon, man. Yeah, I couldn't imagine being in Phoenix. I did not go, what's up, Jason? I didn't go self-employed to deal with headaches. I didn't go self-employed to be told what to do, when to do it, and on what time frame. And that's what it's turned into. So I quit. We've got a car dealership that we make a lot of money at. We're about to start taking payments on. We got the eBay store that, look, you ain't gonna get rich. You ain't gonna make a lot of money if you don't make money while you're sleeping. And so that's the reason why that eBay store, I really want to get it up and rolling. Let's go out here to this car.
I'll let it go for 5. We got 25 minutes.
See, Mike's got this thing on a freaking tractor trailer. You see these ramps right here? That's farm trailer, man. And he's even got, look at this. Y'all look, watch this. Farm tags. Mike's got farm tags. That makes this a farm trailer, Mike. Yep. Percy will probably never again be on a farm trailer. Nothing wrong with a farm trailer. Hot. See, it's nice to have friends with lifts so that I don't got to roll around on my back putting this torque converter in. And then y'all want to know what Mike told me? He said, did you get the shims for the torque converter? I said, no. I said, he told me that I need to get the shims. $500 for your open trailer. Yeah, hey, I gave like 26 for mine back when it was brand new and I had beat the living piss out of it. I wish I would have bought one for freaking $500. But mine's a actual car hauler. If you know anything about trailers, obviously you know that you have like an actual car hauler. Then you have equipment trailers, and then you have kind of like open deck trailers like this, and the car haulers are just a little lower. Anyway, so Mike said, did you get the shims like I told you for the torque converter? I'm like, yeah, we got drawers full of washers. So I told him, no, I ain't getting no freaking shims for the torque converter. I grabbed the brake shims out of my strange front brakes. They got the little shims to evenly space them out. So I figured we would use the brake shims to maybe get the depth set. What class are you going to run? Eric, I have no clue. Y'all tell me what we should run. Hauled any of the race cars and street cars. Best money I spent. Yeah, man. I love my trailer. Y'all tell me what class you think I should run. So it's going to be a street car. It's going to have tags and insurance. It's got a radiator. I'm going to street it and bring it to the shop. You'll be okay. Just trust you. I'm gonna bring it to the shop on Fridays and drive it. And but the bad thing is that even though it's a street car, a lot of times it won't be able to be in the street car class because of it having the 4-link in the back and not the factory all steel, all glass. It's great. Yeah, see, and you can't run all steel, all glass. So, Jason, originally when I built the car, I had all the glass in the car. Y'all remember when I switched to Lexan, if you've been on the channel for a long time, or since it was started. And I was like, I'm gonna build all steel, all glass car. We're gonna run all steel, all glass, you know. And then I started going to the track. So I'm friends with Night Train, Chris Kenny, and there's the all steel, all glass car. Dude, I can't compete with nothing like that. This stuff is ridiculous, man. Like, it's like as fast as Randy's crap. I mean, it's probably faster, but like, you can't do all steel, all glass cars are not all steel, all glass cars. They are race cars that you put glass in them. That's all them things are. So, and then it's like I outclassed myself on this one. This is the reason why I have the red Maverick. I haven't went over this in the channel really, is because I messed up a lot with this car. So I built it too much, but then I underbuilt it, you know. So it's too slow to run like all steel, all glass. But yeah, I don't know about index racing, Eric. But then it's like too overbuilt to be in like the street car class and some, I don't know. I mean, John, I've been with John where he's entered the street car class on some of the some events, and his is a full-blown race car with no radiator or nothing. Mine's got a radiator, alternator, all that stuff. It's got an alternator, it's got a radiator. But I don't know, we'll figure it out. Pro Street, no prep. No, we're not doing no prep. If we run no prep, it will be from the front of the track, not back of the track. To do no prep and be competitive, as y'all know, you have to have a purpose-built no prep or drag and drive events. No, drag and drive events don't interest me at all. I know a lot of people like them, but they actually bore me a ton. I don't know why. I guess I don't really have no interest in. Just put Harper in it, enjoy it. Yeah, no, you're dead on. That's exactly what it is. Hell, those are fat. Yeah. I like the Grudge race, honestly. I'm all about the cash. So I know John and Randy and all of them, one thing is them is, you know, you just race, have fun. That's what I love about them. And John doesn't want to put up any money. Randy only races for like a pack of nabs and a soda. I kind of want to Grudge race a little bit and try to stack some cash. I'm definitely, being a business owner, I'm not afraid of losing money. Not afraid of the crap talking. When you have a name like Courtney, you grow up with everybody in the world making jokes about you, cracking jokes, talking crap, everything in the world. So it's no talking crap ain't no big deal at all. But I don't know, we'll figure it out, man. I'm just glad the wire's over. It's going to Jason this weekend, so I think a lot of y'all follow all the channels. Need to paint a Vega. Cheers. Dude, hit me up. Like, I just closed my body shop today to the public, but obviously race cars, I'll still do, you know, projects that are worth the money, I'll still do. You know, we can talk. I just wanted to kind of cut off the customer flow in Wilmington, you know. She's low. Mike's in there eating and he's gonna sit out and tell me his thing's gonna be slow. Y'all wanna see Mike's race car? Come on, Mike's watching. I'll show y'all Mike's race car. Actually, he's got the gate locked, I think. Y'all don't even know about this because Mike don't talk about this on his channel, and I won't talk about it on my channel. Look at this thing sit back here. I ain't lying to you either. You see that Mini Cooper? So I call it the chicken nugget. Mike's gonna take that Mini Cooper. Some people do grudge racing with a little bit slower cars, and then other people are fast cars. So you can grudge race pretty much anything. Like, it doesn't have to be super fast. Obviously, yeah, I would not be grudge racing none of this super fast stuff at all. So definitely not that. Leon, the red Maverick, I kind of want to push all the rules to. I've picked up on some stuff from a couple other YouTube channels on what factory floors are and what you can get away with and what factory suspension is. So the red car, I kind of wanted to do 25.5 cage and push the limit on it being factory floors. Obviously factory firewall, definitely factory suspension. I wish I would have never cut the shock towers out of this one, and I wish that I would have left them in there and went with like a K member. Thanks to IAUS, I've been on everything. Dude, yeah, y'all use, I mean, I try to teach y'all this stuff. Like, this is stuff I've learned forever. IAA, you can get some deals. So I want to put out a video explaining this car. This car come off of IAA. This car come out of Tennessee, and I have a video in the editing process of just pictures, kind of like a slideshow setup of the process of, yeah, Thomas, keep an eye out, but of the process of this car that I have no footage on. And I'm thinking about dumping a slideshow format video with, what's up, Sammy? With some of the back history, because I've had a lot of people wanting to know about the history of the car. So the car actually come off of IAA, and if I put out that video, I'll go over it all. It was out of Tennessee. It was a dealer dump, which I've taught on the channels where dealers take cars back to IAA and just get rid of them. And it was a clean title. I'm pretty sure it's clean title. Yeah, which I didn't care about. But I bid on it, and the dealer wouldn't take what I wanted, so I bid on it again. Didn't take what I wanted. It took 3 weeks of bidding on this car to finally win this car when it was green. What drivetrain would you run in the red Maverick? 7.3 Godzilla. So you're not going to hear that on the channel either. So y'all are getting all kinds of little bits and pieces on the live. But yeah, I would love to run the 7.3 Godzilla. I have been actively looking for a 7.3 Godzilla for over a year now, and I'm still actively looking one. However, I just bid on a 2011 Coyote, and I was talking with Skinny up at TKM on Tuesday for the red car. But race Sammy would kick my teeth in, man. That Fox body, you know them LS, that LS would destroy this Coyote. I don't know what I'm doing, so I mean, I might as well just hand say me and Sammy can grudge race for like $50, and I'll just hand him the money right outside. Look, the money truck's pulling up. No lie, Loomis after hours. Let's go get Mike. Tell Mike the money truck. One of the money trucks is pulling up. Mike, the money truck's here. Mike's seeing it on the camera. So, where were we at? This car actually come out of Tennessee. Hell, Sammy, don't run. Yeah, I have a baller motor, but Sammy, I'll be sitting on the line and cross the beams, and I'll just roll right through it.
Did it work?
Look at this, rolling up with.
All right, let me call somebody.
Rolling up with SWAT vests on and everything. Rob, we're on YouTube Live. What happened to y'all's money truck?
Broke down.
It broke down. Somebody try to get him for the cats. Sammy, I'm gonna need your help, man. I'm gonna need your help if it's gonna be a bad ride, because I don't know what I'm doing. TKM Kevin will tune it, but then we gotta do everything else. I'm gonna be hauling it all over the place to get help. But yeah, I'll be done. Rolled through the beams, red lit. Go easy on ghost there, Sammy. Yeah, Sammy needs to probably not race that car before he pops another head gasket. Freaking, it's crazy. I think I'd be done, quit, and switch motors if I was him. He's got a lot more drive than me, because no, I wouldn't have quit. I would have chunked the credit card at it. That's what I would have done. You can ask my wife, no lie. Whether I had the money or not, I would have took that thing somewhere and chunked the credit card at it and been in a debt up in my head like I am right now. So we've accrued a little bit of debt going through all this, and we're about to run another, what, 3,000 up to go to Jason this weekend for headers. I got you. Then pocket rockets, I can't do the motorcycles easy either, man. That's it's not my thing. Y'all are crazy. I shared that one motorcycle on Facebook that freaking went on a truck. Dude, I hope so, man. So I just try not to be cocky and, you know, say it's gonna be all that bag of chips, because I don't know what I'm doing. Well, I'm not a hater, so you have to let me win. But yeah, I don't know what I'm doing, so I have to learn 100% everything. I have no clue who BPF is. Sammy's hard on everything. I do follow his channel. He's hard on freaking everything, man. I hope this thing does decent, though. I don't even think I can open the door, because it's on a freaking arm trailer. I'm happy with it, though. Stoked to just have it out. Yes, okay, yes. Jason, yes, that's BPF. Yes, he's doing the headers. We got the front off, because that's what happens when you load it on farm equipment trailers. Yes, Jason's doing the headers. Need to finish up back here. We're gonna finish that up after headers. You wanna see how bad this paint is? So look at the swirls in it. Thanks, man. I hope I can figure it out. Look at this dull spot. Look at that. See, my paintwork is crap. Who's this pulling up, Mike? Is this for you, Rob? Got more people pulling up. See, we're supposed to be closed. Probably somebody done seen the freaking car. We have some people sometimes do that, to see the car and then stop in. All right, I have no earthly idea. It's probably somebody to look at a freaking car. We ain't never gonna get nothing done.
Think of the 2007 Ford. We're gonna try it. Probably over there.
Over there, okay. You want to just walk over there?
That's fine. They're gone.
We're closed, man. Interview Jason and figure out the story behind him. What was right. So somebody commented that was I taking it to Braswell who screwed John Dock over. That's what somebody commented. I don't know anything about it at all. I haven't heard anything about it. Thanks, man. Haven't researched anything about it. So I am curious to ask Jason what that comment that was on the channel was about, because I have no earthly idea. Jason is a good guy. Make sure you do a video of him doing the work. Yeah, we will. I won't be there. Jason's about 2 hours and some change away from me, so I actually won't be there while he's doing the work, but I think me and the wife are going to try to run it up there. What's up, Rodney? Run it up there on Sunday and drop it off, and we'll do a video on the drop off and the pickup. From what I've watched on all the other channels, you're definitely going to have a lot of pains this year yet. Yeah, so look, one deal with Randy is they worked on figuring out a lot of it themselves, and there's nothing wrong with that. But to try to avoid that, I'm gonna try to, we're gonna take it to TKM and get Kevin to do the tune on it. That way the tune, there's a good baseline tune right out the gate. Now I'll need John's help and other friends' help to figure out tracks, as we try to do that. And then the plan was to pay somebody to set up the suspension. I had a couple of shops in mind, but now due to finances, because I'm racking up some freaking debt trying to get this car done for y'all, I think I might try to set it up myself. So I've watched some YouTube videos, or maybe me and Sammy can get together and take it up to his place, and he can get some content on his channel or something, and he can give me some pointers. But I don't know. I need to get a baseline set up on the car. Need to plot it. I've already weighed it one time. I haven't weighed it since it's all together. Yes, so Kevin Wilson is actually who was supposed to set the suspension up. Jason's got the hook book. I have to talk to Jason. Yes, Kevin Wilson is who is supposed to set the suspension up. So I think I reached out to Kevin and spoke with Kevin, and it was going to be about $1,000 to set the suspension up, which I was perfectly cool with playing. That was pretty much a whole entire day, scaling it, weighing it, recommending where weights go, all of that stuff. Yeah, Sammy, maybe we can get together and do something. Yeah, it would be a good video with Sammy. And that's the thing is, I don't care. Let people check in the car. I don't care about content. So some people are like, they want the content for themselves. I could care less about the content. I do one video a day, easily, most part. Who is Sammy? Boost is my friend. So Mike, go look up on YouTube. Boost is my friend. That who Sammy is. So Sammy's a good dude. Me and him speak in Facebook Messenger all the time. He actually gave me some pretty good YouTube pointers when I got started out. So, and I try to return the favor. I know a few of y'all have reached out to me, and I spoke with y'all about your YouTube channels and some advice that I had. So I definitely am new. I don't know what I'm doing 100%, but we learn as we go. Yeah, I hear you, Jason. I got a credit card too. I got a couple credit cards. So even if these pockets are broke, we got credit. And I was going to do a channel on how y'all can take your credit card and pay people that don't take credit. There's ways around that too. So I actually, like, whenever I went to have it wired with Chris, he's cash only, and that whole deal went on the credit card. Thanks, man. So I try, dude, every single day. I'm up every night till 12 o'clock. I edit between normally 11 and 12 o'clock, normally work till dark. And it looks like me and Mike's gonna have a long night tonight, being we still not even got this thing off the trailer yet. This torque converter should go pretty fast though, as long as Michael can find some washers that are the same thing. He's talking about my torque converter is gonna be walling all around. Sammy, what you use to space your washers out? You do all high tech and use the actual legit shims. So I told Mike we're gonna use freaking washers, scrap washers. He said all washers measure different, so I told him we just gonna be doing a lot of miking them out. Like I said earlier in the video, I got the brake shims from the front, the washers for the strange brakes, so I'm hoping that I have enough of them that we can just use them. Sammy, it looks like you owe some people some t-shirts, dude. Don't start having where people's gonna have to start collecting on you. Don't do that, man. That's you're gonna get beat up at the racetrack, man. You better send that man his t-shirt. Sammy, you ever find that shade side outlaw shirt? There's way too much going on around here for us to be closed. There's like people next door. Yeah, Donald, but I hate the inflation of racers can't afford to travel. Yeah, it's rough, but we have a lot of tracks around here. So quick tip, if you need to pay somebody cash, but you want to put it on credit, if you sign up for Square is actually free. So we use Square with our business. That's what you swipe credit cards with. They take a 2-point, do you have Ace already? Yeah, we have Ace. We got a couple, but they're all closed. Flat washers and caliper. Exactly. See, Sammy, that's what we about to do. Mike talking about my torque converter's gonna be wobbling. Sammy said that we can use regular washers, that you just need to make a caliper on them, make sure they're the same size. Sandpaper, sand them down, we'll get it. But look, you can get Square, and so then you can bill yourself. So how I get cash off of credit, if you do a cash advance, you're gonna pay out the yin-yang. But if you will swipe your credit card on your Square, if you own a business, then the cash is literally in your account the next day for only, I think, like 2.5 or 2.7% fee, which is way less than obviously like a cash advance or anything like that. So we just threw one of them. I billed myself. I think you could also do eBay, but I think the fees will be a little higher. There's a trick to get cash off your credit card like that too. But check on the large plate.
What's the name of that light place over there off of Kathleen Road?
Tadlocks.
Yeah.
That's who does all my stuff.
That's who. Okay,
He does it the old-fashioned way, and he does it right way.
That's where Michael does something.
Yeah. Over there.
But see, I'm thinking about taking there and getting them to do it. If I'm driving, man.
How much money's in the back of that money truck, y'all think? Y'all remember on my channel when Mike about got the money truck towed, it looked like, because he parked it down here on my YouTube short. He parked it down here on the side of the road. Sammy, you better get your wife under control, man. You're going to get beat up.
Yeah, I'm not going to, because I called them today. They said they ordered stuff to be in today. I called them today.
Somebody just tried to steal one Cadillac converter, not all the trucks.
They only caught on this one. Now,
And then they got lazy and quit.
the landscaping company and the dump truck Tango.
Yeah, they got their cat's got.
I'm surprised. It was cut all the way.
Cats are worth a lot of money.
That's the.
That's a big one, probably.
That's the. Yeah, that's the whole.
Oh, oh yeah. So that would have been about $1,000 right there.
Yeah.
I've scrapped them. Thanks,
I
Eric.
don't know why they didn't.
It's not a Maverick. That's a Comet. It's a Comet, boy. The Maverick's at the house. It's red. Comet's black.
Well, we park all these trucks in that back corner. There's no camera footage of where they sit. And Lucas, they don't care.
Yeah, Street Outlaws going to Rockingham. They were in Darlington last year. I don't know why they switched from Darlington to Rockingham.
The people driving it, it's almost
Dude, I ain't had no time to go to the freaking track. So I told my wife I missed Dig or Die this past weekend. I was going to go with them, and then we had to work on the Tahoe. And so I was like, I'm going to the track Thursday night if John or Randy's tested. I'm going to the track this weekend if John or Randy's running. I was like, I've been out of it for a couple weeks now, way too busy. I was like, I'm just done. I'm taking off and going to the track. It's Thursday. I'm not at the track. I'm here working still. This weekend, I'm working more. All right, what else y'all got? So we about to wrap this up. We're gonna put a torque converter in this bad boy. Let's see. About to get shot. Yeah, it's like a GMC versus Chevy. So we got the, let's see here. Hopefully we have everything we need to put this thing in here tonight. Is your wife and girls looking forward to going to the race? My wife don't care about the racetrack. She likes to go. She's gonna go, but she don't care about it. Harper's a freaking handful, as y'all, if you've seen tonight's video. She's a wreck, so she'll love it. Thanks, Donald. She'll love it, probably, all the noise and commotion. I don't know, she's crazy, but she doesn't like loud noise, so that thing hitting in the sun. That's how Sammy painted this thing. All I did was buff it. That's Sammy's work right there. Woo! Paint job is actually junk. But yeah, Harper will eventually love the racetrack, and the wife will like to go, but PTC, Jason, PTC torque converter. I called them up and had them spec one out for my application. So, and just like get online and order one. So it's spec for the car. So hopefully it does decent, but I'm sure from what PTC, Jason, PTC. So from what everybody says is that we'll probably put it together, and then we'll probably have to make changes to it. So I quit today. I quit. I put it on Facebook and everything. I quit. I'm done. I'm done. We're gonna go full-time YouTube. Now I'm already full-time YouTube, and I'm full-time car dealership, and I'm full-time customer work. Now I'm just sick of painting stuff, man. It's too hot. So you're not supposed to be painting when it's this hot. It's too hot to paint. The paint don't act right. I'm using double the amount of clear to spray these things to get them to lay out where it's not orange peel. So, and the price is so expensive on the clear, and then everybody wants cheap work. Yeah. Yeah, she'll love it when she gets older. But like when you're shooting clear, it's like orange peely, and you have to keep hammering it on, and there's a split second window of glass and run. And so you want to get right on that split second window the whole job with no runs. And that's how you get glass work. And normally I'm pretty good with glass, like getting it to shoot at glass, but with this heat, we're having to pound on twice as much clear. And then, well, I haven't been getting runs, but this afternoon I destroyed a bumper that I'm gonna have to paint for the third time. So that's why I quit.
I gotta have a sandwich left to eat.
All right, well.
Why do you think you important, man? All them freaking cell phones, guns, money truck.
Man, I didn't want to miss out. I want to quit, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I've been too long to quit.
I mean, they should have good benefits, right?
Yeah. Good benefits, good pay. Well, I ain't gonna say the pay's great.
Yeah, Donald.
Some people hate it. Some people love it.
Donald, I actually have uploaded Percy Flowers' new shirt, I think yesterday. They built a trans also. It's just a few miles down the road. Gotcha. So the Percy Flowers shirt is actually up on the website, and it should be live if you go there. It has all the tumblers, all that stuff, socks, everything's on there. I just added where the products start to show up at the bottom of the channel, but I don't think the Percy one is going to show up yet. And on YouTube, you can't rearrange what shows up at the bottom of the channel. So it goes off in the most popular on the website, what sells the most of, then they kind of move to the front. So until a couple people actually buy the Percy shirt, it's not going to you know, probably show up on the bottom of the video. So if you look at the bottom of the videos, they should be down there. And if you go to the actual store, which is in the link is in the description on every single video for anybody wondering, then you should be able to see the Percy shirt. So it's got a back shot, a front shot of the car, and then it's got a band up stack of hundreds and an American flag on it. So I feel like it's a pretty should be a pretty cool shirt. I've got to order one for myself. I have not done that yet. I literally was fighting with it this morning, working on the listing, sorting out some issues that I was having. So, and I did also add notebooks to it because I kind of want to get me one of them. Well, Donald, you know how to get it. It's all on the store, buddy. I greatly appreciate your purchases that you have made in the past. But I tried to clean it up this morning too, so I took a lot of some of the higher price stuff off, and I actually took a lot of the ladies stuff off because I feel like they probably won't sell a ton. Nah, we done with the customer work. We're done with the customer work. We're gonna still paint. We sell, at our highest year, we sold 280 some cars, all salvage. So I still be painting every single day, but it's a difference when I'm painting my own stuff that I'm selling at my own dealership versus when I'm hired by somebody, you know, to do their work. When somebody hires you to do your work, then obviously I've got to give you a good quality for your money. See, when I paint my cars, I turn out junk on some of it. So like if for instance, if something goes wrong, get a run. Sometimes I don't cut them out. If it's orange pilly, I don't care. If it has a bug in it, I don't care because it's just a used car going on a used car lot. But if somebody hires you to do work, then you have to do a good job and take pride in your work. You know, you don't want to screw somebody out of their money. Basically, they pay you and then you do a terrible job. You don't want to do that. That's not right. So that's where the stress comes into play. All right, Rob. You want me to pull that trailer for? Is he good?
You can get out of there, yeah, you got the key.
Mike made a copy of that key.
I did. You did? It's all right. You don't want to speak to Jim.
He just wants the pennies out the back of it.
I tell you, I think there might be some back there.
Mike Donald on the channel asked if you got some pennies out of that truck today.
Not this truck. There might be some dollars back there.
I thought I left it in the door.
But yeah, man, they don't care. There's all kinds of things.
That last one I worked on probably had $30 that turned in.
Probably, yeah.
But I don't know. I guess we're about to wrap up. Mike said he's got half of a sandwich to eat. I've been on here for 38 freaking minutes waiting on Michael. See, this is what my afternoon consists of. And then everybody wonders why I'm up till 12 o'clock, 1 in the morning freaking working. It's because Mike is taking all afternoon.
Yeah, next time we get paid full.
Made the customer pay for what they want. Yeah, and money's not even what it's all about all the time. It's about the stress. So if somebody pays you even a lot of money, if it's high-end work, to get it to that level of work, you know, it has a certain amount of stress. You know, it takes a certain amount of time. Paint and flip cars, dealer cars with salvage titles is fun. You don't have to worry about how it comes out. You don't have to fix any mistakes. You don't have to, you know, necessarily do the best quality. You can get in there just like y'all do at your house, you know, which I guess if you're doing it yourself, you actually probably stress more than I stress because you don't know what you're doing or you're learning. But for me, now that I kind of, I'm like a professional amateur, when you're doing your dealer cars that you're selling yourself, you can just get in there and have fun. You know, like if you accidentally bump the clear with your shorts or your fat belly or whatever, then it doesn't matter. You just keep it moving. You just sell the car as is. When somebody comes to buy a car off a car lot, they're looking at the whole car. So they don't even, a lot of times, I'm telling you, I've learned this, they don't even see the imperfections. But when somebody comes and they pay you to paint a bumper, dude, they bring a magnifying glass to pick that bumper up. They come over every freaking thing. And then they'll want it for cheap and then nitpick it. So it's just, it's not worth the headache or the stress. It's not fun no more with the customer stuff. I still love painting the flip cars, but you know, in customer work, like I said, I put that post up on Facebook just to kind of keep the general public from contacting me, to try to slow the phone calls down, try to get the phone to ring a little less from, you know, the general public. And then of course anybody that contacts me off the channel for race car paint work, you know, we'll still do that, dude. We'll still paint race cars, we'll do all that stuff. And technically I closed the tax ID number on my body shop, I closed that about 2 years ago. So we only run taxes under our LLC, which is our car dealership. So a lot of times, like checks and stuff like that get all made out to the car dealership. So the body shop name is kind of just off reputation now. I actually don't run taxes or money through the body shop. I actually closed all the banking accounts on the body shop and everything. The race car actually has its own banking account. The race car has its own debit card. I'm not lying to you. It's in the phone right now. But then the only other bank accounts is we have our personal bank account and we have our business account for our dealership. So the race car really needs its own LLC. I told the wife, I said, we need the Paint and Paper Hustle LLC. All this a tax write-off. But when you own a dealership and you have to buy a ton of car parts all year, race car parts might just blend right in. So the car, all right, it will crank and it will run. It should, but it can't. So we don't have a flywheel in it. So that's what we're here tonight for, is we don't have a torque converter, we don't have a flywheel, so we can't even turn it over. Can you touch briefly on why the car has its own card? Yeah, Glenn, I'll do that 1 second. So Chris texted me, he's like, I can't even bump this over because you don't have no flywheel in the car yet. And I was like, crap, I forgot. Yeah, me and Mike gonna put torque converter in, flywheel, and the reluctor wheel tonight. So you couldn't crank it because the reluctor wheel's not there, the flywheel's not there. But it's set, it's done, the wiring is done. Whereas once we get this in, technically we could hit that ignition button tonight. Now I don't know about the Holly stuff. So Chris said I have to put in a file to run it on the Coyote. So I've already reached out and spoke with Kevin at TKM, and Kevin is going to send us a file, a startup file for the Coyote to run the car. But once me and Mike gets the torque converter in tonight, then we could technically hit that ignition button and turn it over. Now it has no fuel in it, and some of the sensors are unplugged on the back of the motor because the mid plate's in the way. So that's what we're here tonight to do, is to clearance the mid plate so we can get these sensors plugged in and get all that together. And then if we took care of all that and we did go to crank the car, it has no headers on it, so you just be blowing it straight out the side of the engine block, which we all know is not very safe or good. So it's going to get headers this weekend, get started next week. It should take about 2 weeks. When it gets back from headers, all it will need to crank is a startup file. That's all it'll need. And I am working with Kevin at TKM to get that file. And then I think Chris will probably be, yeah, it'll have an O2 sensor. It'll have O2 sensors in it. And then we'll be starting it up. So the deal with the debit card. So the wife is amazing. And basically I started a while back where I've went over on the channel a couple times how I pay for this car. So believe it or not, not a penny has went into this car that's from my business. So when I say my business is building right here, not a single penny or a dollar has went into this car from my business. This is all side hustle. So everything that has paid for this car, y'all can do. And I have shared on this channel how I have paid for this car a couple times in previous videos. The list is long. We could sit here and talk all night about how to get money together to pay for a car of this caliber. But I do not take a penny from my business. So therefore, let's say I go scrap metal for $100. Instead of keeping cash in the nightstand drawer, which is how I started out, I put cash in the bank. And then when I'm out, you're laying in bed at night, you got to order a part or whatever, I just swipe or ring it up on the debit card out the race car account. Now, I've went over on the channel, you should be using your credit card first. So you should order your parts through your credit card so you get your cash back, because I made, y'all seen the video, I think a little over $800 last year on race car parts. I made, the credit card company gave me $800 back for buying race car parts. And then you should pay your bill, obviously, with your banking account. But that's the reason why the car has its own banking account, is because we keep business finances and race car finances 100% separate. Any money that's made off of YouTube goes into the race car account. Any storage bills at the shop, so when a car gets totaled, I've went over that I think 1 or 2 times at the channel. It's a touchy subject, but I actually just made $13.50 last week on a car that sat in the parking lot for 2 weeks and we did nothing to, but I actually gave that to the wife to pay bills with. I didn't take that. But she even said, she was like, why are you putting it in our business account? That's race car money. And I was like, no, I was like, this month, let's just pay some bills with it. You know, I'm not worried about it. But when we scrap a car, all kinds of different things, the race car has its own finances, its own money, its own banking account. That way you can keep that separate. When you're self-employed and your wife is self-employed with you, it's important to keep the car and the business separate. That way I mean, she don't care what I spend the money on, honestly, but I keep it separate. So I don't care what she does with any of my business money. I'm not in control. I don't even know what I have half the time. She pays all the bills. I just make the money. As long as she don't touch the race car money, which she doesn't use it or nothing, then we're good. And you know, me and her have actually loaned, the race car has actually loaned my business money before. A couple years ago, the race car loaned my business, I think a little over $3,000. And me and her kept note of it, and my business paid my race car back over the next year in payments. So you keep them separated, and when we start, as YouTube grows, you know, stuff like that, and you go to the track, you want to keep that money separate. So you could technically, if the race car has a good amount of money and we're broke, you know, you could technically still go racing because the race car has its own money. If you grudge race and lose money, that'd be out the race car account. If you win money, that goes into the race car account. So you kind of get my drift. You keep that stuff separate. So kind of hope the car makes its own money to the internet. With interest, yeah. No, with no interest. But she paid it back, all $3,000 and some to the car, and she didn't want it really. That was back when I had a wad of cash in the nightstand before I started all the banking account stuff. So it's funny, when I walk into bank and we handle like finances and stuff, there's actually a banking account that's labeled race car account. So Mike's opening the gate up. He's standing around talking enough. I've been talking to y'all for 46 minutes. So I'm going to wrap this up. We're going to get this thing unloaded. I'm going to do some filming tonight, and I will probably try to edit this tonight and put this up for tomorrow's video on what we do tonight. So appreciate y'all, and I will catch y'all later. Yeah, we try to keep it smart going.